Welcome to Inside the Nest. We're recapping this past week's NJAC playoff matchups, as well as the worldwide leader of sports pays a visit to MSU. All that and more on Inside the Nest.
Back in September, Montclair State fell at the hands of Rowan, dropping to 4-7 on the year. However, that loss catapulted them to a 13-game winning streak, totally changing the course of their season and helping them land the number 2 seed in the conference tournament. Before the Redhawks could seek revenge on the top seed of Profs, they first had to get through Stockton in the semifinal, and that is our game of the week.
Welcome back here on the Redhawks Sports Network. John Kosovan, Matt Boucher here with you for the start of this one. Montclair State Redhawks hosting the Stockton Ospreys here. Monahan on the serve again. 13-10 Montclair State. Rensel races over and gets it to Green, who puts it right into the net. And it's 14-10 Montclair State. Marziello for Rensel. The setup for Witherspoon, and Rodman is there. St. Pierre with the left. A dive, they can't get it. Snipe the corner. 18-13. Kelly Green, Montclair State not seeing her this year.
Wow.
Right down. And it's tied up at 10.
The strong finish from Stockton.
Up by 4. And there it is. Marziello for Rensel. The setup for Witherspoon, and Rodman is there. St. Pierre with the left. A dive, they can't get it. Snipe the corner. And Montclair State goes out to a 1-0 lead. Going a good run here.
Make things close before they get out of hand. Good pass from Rodman.
Here comes St. Pierre with the left, and it's off and out the back. And the Redhawks take set 2. Who gets it to Rensel, and the quick over. The tip, St. Pierre sent it back. And Rodman for St. Pierre with the left. Off the hands, out the back. For Ulmer again, blocked. Tenen and Arias were there, and Stockton will send it over. Monahan with a dig. Higgins sets it up for Polanco, who gets it over. Here comes Ulmer again, through the hands.
Good pass.
Marziello, the setup, Rensel. And that goes into the net! They did it! The Redhawks go soaring to the NJAC Finals! Montclair State wins it 25-22, 3 sets to none. Your career has been outstanding up to this point. How does it feel to get that here tonight?
I have to look back and reflect on the amazing student athletes that we've had along the way that have, bought into the system and have worked really hard. And what you saw tonight was really special. So that just makes 200 a little bit even more special.
After both soccer teams lost to Rowan in the NJAC Tournament, it came down to volleyball to break the streak. The last time the Redhawks traveled to Glassboro in September, they fell 3-2. But this time, the NJAC Championship was at stake. They lost again in the final in 5 sets this weekend, 25-23, 25-27, 19-25, 25-20, and 19-17. There are a lot of similarities between the two matchups this season. Montclair didn't have their best hitting days when facing the Profs, hitting just 110 and 104. They made errors when facing Rowan, tallying 29 in the first meeting and 35 on Saturday. Another similarity between the two includes the standout play of Delaney St. Pierre, which takes us into our top performers of the day. St. Pierre was everywhere on the court, having won for best assisting performances of the season with 41, not to mention racking up 14 digs to go along with 4 kills. A lot of her sets went to Kiara Polanco. The standout freshman filled in for injured star Carly Waterman, who cheered on her team wearing a leg brace. Polanco was everywhere on the court, having some outstanding digs with the team leading 19 and 13 kills. But the player who had the biggest performance was Skylar Kowalski. Kowalski led the team with 15 kills and a 280 hitting percentage. She was also a wall up front, blocking the most attacks on the team with 5. As good as she played, it was not a perfect performance. A turning point in the match was an attack error. Montclair State was leading 14-13 and 1 point away from the NJAC title, since the 5th set only goes to 15. St. Pierre set Kowalski, who hit it out of bounds. This gave Rowan another life and helped the Profs raise the trophy. Coach Chewinski talked about the devastating defeat.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great season. It's obviously, it's unfortunate, 2 points. It hurts a little bit in the fifth set, but, I have to be very proud of how they've come together and grown together as a team throughout the year. All the adversity that we faced and changing our lineup and people stepping into bigger and newer roles and a freshman starting outside in this position. I mean, I can't say enough, and at the end of the day, you have to give credit where credit is due. And Rowan is a great team, well coached. I have all the respect in the world to them, and I'm glad, obviously that they're moving forward, but it's 19-17 in a fifth set. That's what a championship match is about. And you know what? I know it stings on our end, not getting that win, but we're happy to be a part of this match. And I think that's what you wanna go into a battle. And at the end of the day, there's nothing else that we could have done. But I'm very proud of the way we played.
This was the final game for seniors St. Pierre, Waterman, Leah Higgins, Victoria Tennant, and Kate Monahan. But Coach Jawinski hinted that maybe we'll see some of them return next season.
So I think they're the role models that we want future generations of Red Hawks to kind of imitate and kind of follow their lead. So maybe we see a face or two back. We don't know yet, but at the end of the day, I can't say enough about how proud I am of them and kind of how they changed this program around.
It will be tough to replace this group of seniors as they've been a huge part of the program's success in their careers, but those achievements will be in good hands next season.
Men's soccer had all the chances of making it to the NCAA tournament, but a loss to Rowan in the semifinals was their undoing. So what went wrong? First, let's look at the box scores from the last time they played Rowan all the way to this time. Okay, so there really isn't much of a difference between the two matchups here. They pretty much played the same game, so was it the stellar defense who disappointed for Montclair State? Defender Ian Chesney made first team all-conference while goalie Shane Keenan was second team. Their defense only gave up 10 goals leading to the semifinals this season. But it was this goal by Rowan in the 50th minute of the semifinals that was a complete letdown for the Red Hawks defense.
Box working. Off the left foot. Goes wide, still in the box. Can't clear, and it's a goal for Rowan. Leo Montesinos somehow found his way through the Montclair State defense. And the Profs are on the board first here in the semifinal.
I was on the call with Campbell Donovan, and you could feel the air come out of the MSU soccer park. It was such an uncharacteristic mistake for such a great defense. And going down 1-0 after such a tightly contested first half, you still had hope that they were going to find the equalizer because of how good they've been all year. But it just didn't feel the same as all the other games that we had called all season long.
MSU's offense must also take significant blame here. The Red Hawks have not put up a goose egg all season. This was literally the first time this year where they were shut down in scoring. The last time that happened was against Ramapo in the NJAC Finals in 2020. And because of the shutout in the semifinals, their legendary run for the university has come to an abrupt end.
And for the first time this season, Montclair State has lost back-to-back games. For the first time this season, Montclair State has been shut out. And at the worst possible time, the Red Hawks have been eliminated, and Rowan moves on to the NJAC Championship. They await the winner of Rutgers, Newark, and Kane.
The Red Hawks would then have to wait on the announcement of their fate for their potential spot in the Division III Men's Soccer Championship Tournament.
Montclair State is a host school. You see the record, 16-3-1. The Red Hawks were the top seed in the New Jersey Athletic Conference, lost to Rowan, but the school ranked second in Region 4, gets an at-large spot in the tournament, their 20th appearance. Gordon is Montclair State's first-round opposition, 12-5-2. The AQ out of the Commonwealth.
MSU will take on Gordon College, champions of the Commonwealth Coast Conference in Massachusetts, 1 p.m. on Saturday at the MSU Soccer Park. Then, St. Lawrence and Washington State will play later in the day, with the winners facing off in the finals on Sunday.
Women's soccer got knocked out of the playoffs Tuesday night after a tough 1-0 semifinal loss against Rowan. Despite this heartbreaking loss, Coach Nodder and Emily DeGuider had a positive outlook on the season.
Man, this group was awesome. Just the way they handled everything, the way they went about their business every day, how tough they are. I'm super proud of the performance. I thought we played great. It's unfortunate that the only stat they take is goals.
Oh, so proud of everyone. The stuff that we had to get through in the spring and then to come into the summer and have everyone fit and ready to go, and TCNJ ranked above us, and just all the mental games that you could possibly play with soccer, we were able to overcome that and have a pretty much winning season. It sucks that it ended tonight, but hopefully the NCAAs are in store for us.
So now, let's take a look at why the women lost this game when they had no problem beating Rowan 2-1 on October 23rd. One of the biggest differences was Zoe Steck, MSU's high scorer of the season with 10 goals. She was silent most of the game because of the Rowan defense that double, triple, and even quadruple teamed her.
Rowan here with an opportunity inside the box, and they get it past Martin for a goal!
And then there was the goal that came 11 minutes in. It was Rowan's first shot on goal of the game, which really took the energy out of Montclair State.
Coming into this game with some really big wins, as well as getting those NJAC award winners, this team was hot. They were looking really good, and to see them get scored on, it was devastating. It kind of took the life out of them, and that's just so uncommon. We've seen them all year long able to bounce back, and they just never got that offense going. So to get shut out 1-0 at home to end the season, it just wasn't the way anybody really wanted it to happen.
Rowan's Aiden Sheehan outran the defense, and goalie Haley Martin came up too far. Martin has a history of doing that against Rowan, as she did it in that October 23rd game as well. The Red Hawks put in a good effort to shift the momentum though, getting in quality shots and putting their bodies on the line. One player that everybody felt did really well was senior Kat Carnival, who will be graduating this year.
Kat Carnival, she came back to play her 5th year, and she just gives her everything every single game, puts her body behind the ball, gets through every single ball, and I just really admire the way she plays.
Despite the loss and not taking back-to-back titles, this team still has a lot to be excited for in 2022.
Kick clear, and it's a goal for Rowan! The Red Hawks have been eliminated.
And they get it past Martin for a goal! Number 3 Rowan takes the semifinals.
Monahan with a dig. The Red Hawks go soaring to the NJAC finals.
They played a great match, ended up falling short, but they had a great season. Tough way to go out.
Here's an all-conference edition of awards and honors. Starting with field hockey, Carly Van Tassel repeated as All-NJAC first team, while Lauren Pickle claimed a spot on the honorable mention squad. For women's soccer, Aileen Cahill netted the Offensive Player of the Year award, and joining her on the first team was Zoe Steck. The second team featured Catherine Carnival and Emily DeGuider, and defensemen Emmy DeNovellis and Laura Noseworthy, with an honorable mention spot to Tara Lambert. Men's soccer dominated the first team, with Amir Lukovic, Josiah Crawford, Giancarlo Altamirano, and Ian Chesney, all on the team. Individual awards were also won, with Josiah Crawford winning Midfielder of the Year and Amir Lukovic Rookie of the Year. On the second team were Yambi Kagata and Shane Keenan, with an honorable mention to Anthony Polias. It wasn't just players, as Coach Todd Timelty took home Coach of the Year. Rounding it out is volleyball, where Delaney St. Pierre won NJAC Player of the Year. Carly Waterman joined St. Pierre on the first team. Caitlin Monahan paired her second team appearance with a co-defensive player of the year. Leah Higgins was also named to the second team. Those are your all-conference awards and honors.
Montclair State had some visitors on campus as ESPN shot their Monday Night Football tees. The production is for an upcoming game where the Pittsburgh Steelers are taking on the Chicago Bears.
This is a old versus new kind of thing, right? So one part of it is nostalgic. Second part of it is looking forward in this season.
So for this production, we have 4 cameras, and when shooting an orchestra, usually you're limited on time, so you want to make sure that you can cover many spots and have a variety of lenses, and we have a drone We've got a dolly. You want to make sure that everything's not just stationary and you put some movement in it to give it energy.
Thanks to a university connection, ESPN was able to rent out the Kasser Theater on campus, which included our very own university orchestra, as well as conductor Nicholas DeMaison.
I received an email from the director of the Kelly School of Music, Tony Mizaki, and I was a little shocked that we would make such a crossover kind of event, but thrilled that the students would have this kind of opportunity.
We saw them online and we saw them play. We were like, wow, this is a great orchestra. And the orchestra matches the theater. From that standpoint, we saw it in the pictures. We said, oh yeah, this is the place we have to be.
When asked about how to be successful in the sports media industry, Lave narrowed it down to one key word.
Perseverance. You gotta persevere. It's kind of like sports, right? There's a lot of ups and downs. There's a lot of inconsistencies. But as long as you stay consistent and you believe in what you're doing and you believe in the trade, whatever the trade is that you pick, good things will happen.
I am tremendously proud of the students in the orchestra for all the work that they do on a regular basis to perform at the level at which they do.